as a team. Damn. Oh, this is covering up my mic. Here we go.
Lab. We all like teams.
The fetching team, yeah. The Salt Dog.
A team effort.
Team force, yes. So,
when you go from one thing to another, you, of course, want to turn it into a team.
Team, yeah.
Is what we're doing.
So, how long has it been since anybody here thought about Knight Rider?
Knight Rider, a shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who does not exist.
I think the last time I thought about Knight Rider before this was like 3 or 4 years ago?
Around then.
But we are here today to discuss one of the hidden gems of the Knight Rider property. Team Knight Rider from the late 90s.
There's a lot of hidden gems, though.
So,
I was a fan as a 3 or 4 year old. I did think Knight Rider was cool. And, what's his name? Peter Hasselhoff.
yeah.
And the car. I love the kit car. I love that thing.
And Michael Scott, yeah. So,
I don't remember very many episodes, but I at least remember
Kit car.
Michael Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
And the car with the little light in the front.
The Kung Fury dude, yeah.
But this show counts as part of that same franchise?
Yes, it does.
I know they did that Knight Rider 2000 that was what? A made-for-TV movie?
Yeah.
Kicks back in a new century and a brand new adventure.
Switch to virtual reality.
With the latest technology and an old friend.
Is that you, Michael?
Yeah.
You look like crap.
Well, so do you, pals.
Yeah, see, you already knew more than I did before this.
In 91 or 2 or 3, sometime in the early 90s.
Early 90s, yeah.
Was when they did a made-for-TV movie.
With
Knight Rider with
Yes.
some kind of lame-looking red futuristic
kind of like wasn't it a Dodge Stealth?
car. I don't remember what it was.
But yeah, so I didn't even know about the Knight Rider 2000 movie. I didn't know about this. But I knew about the original Knight Rider because, I mean, the 80s, come on. I'm a big fan of anything 80s. So,
did you see reruns of it? Did you see reruns on cable?
Way back in the day,
played on WGN or something.
When we had satellite, yeah, we would watch it on the satellite channels, reruns, and it was all right.
Reruns of the 90s or something.
So
that's good.
And
this is from what? 97.
97, yeah.
And it's called Team Knight Rider.
It's called Team Knight Rider, yes. And to go on, I did know about the 2008 Knight Rider reboot, but lost interest.
That's another one I gotta go through.
Lost interest after seeing that generic Ford Mustang on the screen for the trailer. I'm like, all right, interest over.
I'm curious about it. That was yet another one of these I didn't know they made.
But
so I'll have to at least find out what the 2008 one is.
But yeah, needless to say, I was psyched about finding anything new Knight Rider. New to me.
This is from 1997.
97.
So it kind of puts it in ripe time period for us. 1997 was stupid as hell, man.
Yeah. Late 90s. Yes.
Leanne Rimes.
Yeah. I mean, Spice Girls were on top and everything.
Oh.
Yeah. So, yes. Basic synopsis of the show. This elite special force, or the team component of Team Knight Rider,
seen fit to turn it into a team.
Yeah, this team of 5 has to do what Michael Knight did by himself in the 80s.
10 years ago, all it took was one man and one car to get the job done. Now, the Foundation for Law and Government has assembled 5 highly skilled operatives and paired them with the most advanced state-of-the-art vehicles to take on a new breed of outlaw.
Yeah, when David Hasselhoff has run his course,
Yeah. But
turn it into a
with the
sprawling gaggle of...
with the larger, more complex operations of the late 90s, the 80s were really a simpler time.
Simple time, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, whatever
so-
one in the past, and you could say, oh, it's a simpler time, so then you, of course, have to
Yeah. They,
de-simplify matters.
of course, because it's the 90s, you have to use all the latest toys. You got to be in there with the gadgets, which
Yeah, there's a lot of getting that LRH tech out there.
I don't remember tech being as prominent in the 80s. All the tech was focused into his car. But anyway,
They use everything.
yeah. So
And what do we even get? It's a group, it's how many people? 5?
you get 5.
5 Knight Riders
Yes.
that have, of course, cool vehicles of their own.
Oh yeah.
That is a...
Dante, or a '98 Ford Expedition.
Yeah, you get a big,
A big.
kind of a Ford Explorer,
Yeah.
and what that is. And then you get a cool crap head Ford Mustang of the
Stang.
90s.
The late 90s convertible Stang.
Listen to me. You two are betraying your country.
Shut up! Damn! Let's just take her car.
Get a cool Ford.
F-150.
That's right, the big truck, yeah.
The attack beast. Is,
Oh, the nicknames! Yes,
it's
we got to
name.
go through everybody's nicknames
Yeah,
instead of
so-
Kit.
yeah, everybody has their own names.
Kit Car.
Yeah, instead of Kit Car, you have Dante for the Expedition.
Yeah, you got the leader of the gang. That's this lame white guy named
Kyle.
Kyle. That's awesome.
Kyle.
We need Kyle.
And
Who has a car? Or who has the expedition? That's what the British.
the British.
Everybody has
voiced.
a cool voice like
Yeah,
Kit, so
yeah.
it's a British guy named Dante.
The British AI. Jenny, the black-haired lady, she's the one that usually drives Domino. The
Mustang.
98
Yeah,
Ford Mustang.
Yeah, the gal with the dark hair that drives
which sucks.
the
The 98 Stang.
intelligent yet snappy
Yeah.
female
It's a female named Domino.
sports Mustang.
Yeah. So, Duke, the buff.
That's right. Yeah, you get the great big old black guy that's cool.
The buff, yeah. His name's Duke.
The guy that looks like Magic Johnson.
Former cop and boxer. And
Who drives? Oh, I didn't know that. Cool.
drives the Beast.
Drives the big black truck that's called. And remember, it's not just the Beast. It's
the attack Beast. Yeah. The jacked up F-150.
Man, I want something or a fish or something that's named
man.
Attack Beast. That's a great name.
The
It's not just a beast. It's the Attack Beast.
the F-150.
And then the dumbest one of all is 2.
Yes. Figure that one out, right?
You're not allowed to call it a Pontiac Juffles.
So,
Since we're with Ford, but since Ford doesn't make motorcycles,
what did they default to?
I don't think.
Were they? They weren't Honda motorcycles. What were
Is the
those?
merging because they put their bikes together. and
Oh
form
yeah, they
this
side hack.
goofy looking future car.
Yeah, they
Is
side
it a
hack.
Mazda
Maybe.
or maybe
Maybe.
a Lincoln or a Mercury? Anyway, it's the tech nerd, this cool, wisecracking, pop culture reference making
Guy named
computer geek kid.
His nickname is Trek.
That's right,
They
because they
always-
named him after Star Trek.
Yeah, the coolest show on TV. Yeah.
Yeah, Trek it rides a bike named Plato,
Yes.
who does all the funny voices.
Yeah. Plato is an ace with voices.
Plato, let me guess. You came up empty.
You are correct, sir.
Does he even talk in his own serious voice ever?
I don't.
I think it's funny cartoon and TV and movie voices
Yeah.
every single time.
I don't remember hearing a single serious
Yeah,
voice out
he
of
makes
Plato.
movie references every single time.
And you got the lady named Erica, the hot seductress type lady, and she always drives Cat, the female.
The other motorcycle is Cat,
the female motorcycle,
and the hot lady that serves the same function on this team as Face on the A team.
Yeah,
correct.
Yep.
The seductive,
gotta get
infiltratrix.
Get that male viewership
that can do seduction. Well, yeah.
Anyway, whenever those motorcycles fuse, it turns into the dumbest looking vehicle I have ever seen on the screen.
Yeah. One of the many things this show has going for it,
yeah,
is that stupid two motorcycles vehicle.
When it's time to side hack, boy do we side hack.
The 2011 Ford, Lincoln, Mercury, or Mazda Juffles. The only car that comes in a 2-pack.
Yeah, exactly. And the little fusing lightning graphic is always fun to watch too.
This show has plenty of sizzling electricity graphics of terrible, cheap TV visuals of the 90s.
So yeah,
made me darn happy.
This elite core of
is our recipe for hilarity.
Team Knight Rider
and intense action.
They're allowed to go above the law. They're allowed to provision whatever it is.
Yes. How does it work? I don't even remember the original show. Something with Knight Technology or the Knight Foundation,
Knight Industries, I think,
and Knight, and they were somehow in conjunction with
the government,
either Interpol, something like that.
Yeah.
In this one, it's an organization called
Flag, or
yes, what does Flag stand for?
It is the Foundation of Law and Government.
Yeah, that is nifty.
Yes.
Wish I could have come up with that.
the A in "and" actually is a part of the initials.
Yes, you have to include the "and"
so
it can
beautiful.
be Flag.
So, but yeah.
I'm going to waste the time of just saying FLG.
I guess if it's the foundation of law and government, does that mean it's a part of the government, or is it separated? Is it from?
Foundation within?
Yeah, within or without is the... But anyway, and yeah, so...
They live on a jet. Don't forget the Jort jet.
Oh yeah, the Jort jet.
Yet another one of my favorite things about this show.
It's a cool... It's like one of those Hydra military jets, but bigger. And
yeah, this big thing with massive engines, futuristic, of course.
On the show, it's called Sky One.
Some of the biggest landing gear you've ever seen. Oh yeah, that's the real name for it.
Sky One.
How come it doesn't have its own AI with a unique personality and wisecracking?
That thing should be brimming with personality, man. Should be like a motherly type.
It could be either a cowboy or a Northern European man or like, you know, a Filipino.
Somebody who cares.
The Jort jet.
So, yeah, so...
And they freaking live on it, correct? All they ever do is have these meetings in their little common hall area.
It is a mobile HQ, yes.
With their...
complete with its own garage.
Very necessary uniforms. Oh, I'm sure it's a town in there. They've got other employees in there helping them, of course.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's basically a self-contained... village inside the Jort jet.
They only have to land to go grocery shopping, and then they take off again.
But yeah, it seems like that's their headquarters.
Yeah.
And when they're grabbing their downtime.
So.
And where they get the missions.
Where they crack wise and
cut up, get results.
Yeah.
They obviously have hearts of gold.
Mm-hmm.
And missions you're in for.
Yeah.
To say the least. This show packs so much of a punch. There's let's just say there's a reason why we selected it to have it be what we do for these things for TV episodes.
TV episodes, yeah.
Because we've only seen a handful of episodes, and all of them have just been freaking hilarious.
There is a lot to talk about.
This show has not let me down at all so far in the 5 episodes we've seen.
Yeah.
And remember, let's see, it's worth pointing out this is in the grand tradition or winning formula of the old hour-long primetime
Yes,
action TV shows,
of the 90s.
basically geared towards men. No, goes back numerous decades.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah,
This, of course, is from the 90s.
yeah.
In the Knight Rider universe, of course, they mention Michael Knight. It's called Team Knight Rider.
Yeah.
But it's your classic formula, going along with my favorites. A-Team, Magnum P.I., Simon & Simon.
Yeah.
Of your cool 46-minute or so hour-long episode of...
Yeah. Team, yeah.
And what do you get for a series premiere?
Ah, yes. The episode, first episode, of course, introduces us to Team Knight Rider, because none of us know what that is.
Yeah, they'll be like, did you know we're Team Knight Rider?
Yeah. But they hit the ground running with the plot. They're like, this first plot involves the team rescuing a captured general, but only to find out that this general has a plot to set off a nuclear bomb in Washington,
Correct.
D.C.
C4 with the signal fuse.
How much time?
About a minute. When the whistle stops, boom.
Yep, it's
Yeah.
one of those where it's an old military guy trying to
He's got a grudge or something.
pull some kind of jig on the government,
Yeah. So,
and he does this cool fake self-kidnapping.
Yeah.
Take a hard look around you. America is falling apart at the seams. Now, there's a lot of important work to do in the days ahead.
You made it all up.
You said it yourself. The country needs me.
So now what? You're gonna wipe out the government of the United States?
I have no intention. Fallen nation will do that for me.
I mean, it hits the ground. It's one of the dumbest plot lines
A
I've ever
ploy
heard.
to... What is it? A ploy to basically blow up Capitol Hill
Yeah.
to create the perfect power vacuum for him to
To him.
come step in as a
Executive president or serving or
totalitarian,
like
pretty much military dictator.
yeah, one of those things.
Good plan.
So we're already hitting the ground running with great logical plot lines and
People drive. They of course do their
plenty of driving.
vehicle-related action and rescue.
Yeah.
Let's see. The plot involved one of the team being an ex-member of his military squadron.
Yeah.
This general guy was her old boss.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I
you get
vaguely
the
remember that.
human interest touch
Yeah.
with the plot.
A little bit of everything.
And then you learn that those two stupid motorcycles join,
Yeah, they don't even make you wait.
man, into a two-pack.
It's in the first episode. They side hack in the first episode. So, yeah, it's
You didn't have to make me wait for the side hack.
it's beautiful. Yeah.
Do not come between a man and his side hacking that he can perceive on the TV screen.
Yeah. So,
Let's see. Anything else you want to add about the first episode? What
it's
do you
al-
still get?
it's also still worth mentioning that this one was written by Rick Kopp and David A. Goodman, which you'll come to find out later, wrote about maybe a third to half of these episodes.
Oh, yes, I was
the
kind of
season.
curious as to who wrote these.
So,
If it was
those are names to look out for.
the same guys. Yeah, if it's one of those where... How many episodes was this? Did they go an entire 22 episodes?
It was 23, if I remember
Okay,
right.
well, anyway, we'll as we go along, we'll pay attention to who writes them
It's a full season.
and see how many or how few
So,
teleplay writers that were involved with this. Because there's like ass one-liners and idiot crappy lines that are supposed to be just
and hilarious.
a
And,
zinger,
yeah.
zappers, snappers,
Yeah.
and straight up knee slap.
Nice going, Beast. Finally came through for me.
Are you okay, Jenny?
Yeah, exactly.
Constantly in these screenplays, so it made me curious if it was mostly one guy.
Yeah.
Or if they just said, cram this with idiotic one-liners.
Maybe the producer said, I'll only make an episode if it has 3 one-liners or more. So,
way more than that. Because usually you only get, like, a character or 2 that's going to be known for
cracking what?
For making the wisecracks.
Yeah.
And
they all do it.
Shameless pop culture references. Yeah, almost nobody. You got an extra 4 or 5 people with the vehicles. The AI vehicles are constantly snapping.
It's the 90s.
So,
yeah.
After all is said and done, you have like a dozen people that are making these wisecracks.
Yeah, so, I mean, not a lot of individual things that I remember from the episode, but I just remembered the plot being extremely
It's a great episode.
Yeah. So, episode 2.
Again, one of my favorites. Which one is it? The Western?
Yeah, written by John Scheinfeld.
Magnificent TKR.
Scheinfeld, yeah. So, Team Knight Rider goes to the south after one of the team gets captured, as well as to get a cool gadget back from a spy that smuggled it down there. So,
yeah.
Vacation today. We're never going to make it to the plane on time. It's going to leave without us. So we just cut our losses.
Hey! Yes, it involves Criminal Man and his entourage.
Which,
that have some kind of big evil weapon.
Yeah.
And they're taking temporary refuge from the law.
And,
what was it? Just Mexico, I think.
Just Mexico,
They went to south of the border.
And they're
in a sleepy Mexican village.
And Duke volunteers to go out first, and he gets captured, so the rest of the team has to wrangle themselves into the fray.
A chance for the attack beast to do some stuff.
Oh, yeah. So, a few notable moments here. For one, I was a big fan of Dante being pissed that his AI had to get put in like a Ford Tempo or something.
Where am I? Oh my god, I'm a subcompact.
He's back. You've never really seen our cars.
A Ford Fiesta.
Oh, the Festiva?
The Festiva.
Yes, that was one of my many favorite parts.
That shit was so stupid.
They brought that other car and they had to transplant computer man, the AI.
He had to be
his real car to a.
It was a covert operation, undercover job.
Because remember, they had to ding it up on purpose to make it look like they belonged in the village. They had to purposely bang up this Festiva.
It's a chance to show your quality Ford construction. Is what that was.
Oh, okay.
So,
my favorite thing about this bullshit was the villain.
Oh,
it doesn't count as a movie, but I guess there's no big need to differentiate between TV and actual films. But this fellow is now a prime candidate for shittiest French accent.
Oh man, dude, heck, we even watched it twice. I still didn't know that it was supposed to be a French accent. This shit is awful.
Yeah.
Well, you listen to me very carefully, huh? Now, your children will not get hurt if you do exactly as I say. You go about your business, do whatever you do, huh? But stay out of our way.
If you can barely even tell what the accent is supposed to be,
it's terrible. When he was on the screen, my mind immediately went to like Dollar Store Serge Tankin from System of a Down. that jerk.
You're on the fast track for success.
So
it's clearly an American.
Mm-hmm.
His Frenchisms are completely terrible.
Yes.
So yeah, you have a big old time if you appreciate crappy French accents.
Yeah.
Great episode.
Yeah. I was also a big fan of the top secret gadget itself. Spoilers,
yeah, what did that end up being?
A giant magnet.
What's happening? Kyle, the cars!
Dante, what the... We're being pulled. I don't know how.
That is designed to pull planes out of the sky.
They turn it on and it pulls the Team Knight Rider cars over. And nothing else. Nothing else in the whole place is made out of metal, of course.
No.
You just see these cars going...
You know, you don't see the jail bars bending towards the magnet at all. It's just... Yeah. That is by far the best evil top secret weapon I've ever seen on television. The series wins a lot of awards. And I was also kind of a big fan of Duke, just fondly recollecting about his times with the Attack Beast.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
He's in a jail, thrown in there with a whole bunch of kids.
Yeah.
And they, of course, bond. They all think he's super cool. And he talks... He recounts different adventures of the Attack Beast.
Yeah.
So by the end of the episode, he has this whole fan club of kids who recognize that he's a real TV hero.
Yeah.
And
the real TV.
Think that the Beast is cool.
Yeah. So yeah.
You know, dude, can I go with you?
I'm sorry, Jesus. We gotta be moving on.
But why?
Team Knight Rider's got a job to do. Besides, your parents need you here.
Can I be on Team Knight Rider?
You are now an official junior member of Team Knight Rider. Your mission, should you choose to accept, is to protect your family, your home, your village against the evil French guys.
I accept.
Great episode. Episode number 3. Written by Rick Kopp and Dave A. Goodman again. Dynamic duo. Team Knight Rider infiltrates a mega corporation that kills scientists that develop competing technologies. So these are the guys that basically act like they want to hire the scientist and then kill them off.
I recognize that villain guy, just don't know what from.
Yeah, me too.
Now listen up. You search every one of those ever-loving guest rooms, and you make damn sure that everybody's where they're supposed to be. Damn.
Like
the elderly cowboy tycoon man. This plan is to use technology to help hinder technology. I thought that was awesome. I always appreciate that. And it involves sensory deprivation too.
Oh yeah.
He had a mind control. He would turn these guys into what's it called? Your
drones,
trained zombie drone subjects. Yeah, that do whatever he says.
If you're a big
made suggestive,
big fan of Timothy Leary, you're gonna love that episode because there's a lot of Timothy Leary in that episode. So
the sensory deprivation tank.
Yeah. The holographic head displays of the 90s that looked like it belonged right in like not Cybernator, but Cybermaster or Cyber City. Maybe a bit higher production value than Cybermaster, but you know.
Oh, I love all the little visual effects on there.
The 90s holographic head.
We have to point out the little little schematic drawings, the rotating CG drawings of the of the cars.
The cars themselves
in their own display.
The expedition that doesn't look like an expedition.
Yeah, all the drawings don't even look like what car it is.
Yeah. And let's see. The lame acts that the characters have to play as a result of the corporate insurgency. Where
the girl does some good seductressing in that episode.
When you can barely tell the difference between their acting while acting and their acting when they're supposed to be in character.
Yeah.
There you are. You're late. I've been looking for you. I don't think Mr. Bullman would like to hear how you keep his guests waiting.
Waiting for what?
My aromatherapy facial.
This isn't a spa. We don't offer beauty treatments.
Oh. Well, tell that to the stud who gave me the Swedish massage this morning. Or maybe he just said he was licensed.
Take her to Bullman's office.
Yep, that's just a testament to their powers of subtlety.
I do like it. I like it a lot. And the way the episode wraps up is pretty funny too, with the way Jenny saves the freaking board meeting at the very end. She just kind of goes in there and kicks a little bit of ass and saves the day. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty great.
And then don't forget how you can't do mind control on Trek.
No.
Not only is he just a general smart kid, but remember what it was? It was through the use of chewing gum.
Yeah. If I remember right, at the beginning of the episode, they wanted him as like a genuine employee for the evil corporation.
Probably.
So, but yeah, great episode. But episode 4 tops it. This one written by Stephen Creozaire. Is that how you're supposed to say it?
Okay, so you at least get a lot of good variety.
Good variety, yeah. So, in this one, the team goes after a Ferrari named Crow. And, should we say what Crow stands for now or later?
Night Reformulation 1.
Yeah. It's not... Not even revision. It's reformulation.
Reductionism.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the plot, it's the guy the car that replaced
Kit. Yeah.
Is Crow.
It's built off of lessons learned from the past 5 years of
a black Ferrari
analyzing Kit. Yeah. And
instead of a Kit, who of course has his own cool voice.
The thing that drives the agitation in the episode is the fact that his driver was separated from him. That's how you have these two layers of angst in the episode. That's the one common thing. And in the show, they call it a driver-car symbiosis.
Yes.
Do you know how Crow reactivated itself?
Some might say these chains are overkill. You know why I wear them?
Where you break them up.
Supposed to be... What was it? The guy was driven insane.
Yes.
Through driver car symbiosis. Except he was declared or was considered unstable before that.
He was. Oh, so yeah, it was
they didn't officially declare him unstable, but a couple of those guys knew he was already insane.
They put him there anyway.
Somehow still let him be the new Knight Rider.
And yeah.
And then you get a whole thing of driver car symbiosis.
Well, what if Michael Knight was also insane? He was.
That's probably their excuse for how come he didn't still keep going, or when he first quit at the end of the first show and not try again.
Yes.
And how come they had to have this other unstable guy?
It would also explain the second movie because he didn't want to be back in the second movie, if I remember right.
Different failed experiments.
So, yeah. Anyway, I was thoroughly entertained just by the fact that the car's name is Crow. Crow. Yes, you got a gel on that.
If you're going to have your second car, you may as well call it one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See how that is? It's the second
yes
car.
It's
but then when you say second one.
Yeah, it's
since it's the second one.
It's the second one.
Then you can call it Night Reformulation 1.
Yep.
It's really great. One of my favorite things I've seen in a long time on a show, where the Ferrari by itself is chasing down that redneck hunter guy. Those were the best runnies I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, right.
Where the guy's running.
Right up there with C. Thomas. But,
they fight this seemingly superior genius Ferrari mobile. That knows all their weaknesses, remember?
Knows them all, yeah. Yeah.
Isn't this the one where the attack beast gets flipped end over end?
Yep.
Pretty great shot.
It knows, the Crow knows that it has a higher center of gravity, so all you gotta do is flip it, and it's done. So, I was a big fan of the James Bond debate at the very beginning of the episode.
Oh, okay. Did I miss that? What was it?
They were arguing whether it was Pierce Brosnan or Peter Moore.
Okay.
I think. Who made the best Bond protagonist?
Roger Moore?
Roger Moore, yeah.
Pierce Brosnan is the best James Bond ever, absolutely. You're way off the mark.
What are you talking about?
This guy made one movie and you think he's the best Bond ever.
Totally. Look, the series was like burnt toast. Brosnan was the fresh slice.
That's ridiculous. Connery owned the role.
Oh, come on. By the end of Connery's run, he had no hair.
But anyway, yeah. That's the thing that's supposed to reel viewers into the episode is who's the best James Bond? Is it Pierce Brosnan? Is it Roger Moore? Yeah, so
there's a wealth of pop culture references.
Yeah.
To be sure.
There was the plane explosion that sets this entire thing off was obviously done with miniatures.
Oh, good.
And a nice explosion mask that pops up from the bottom of the screen. I mean, they did some clever editing around having to drive a Ferrari under a tanker. Like, they cut. You don't even get to see any of the action.
It's implied that a Ferrari drives under a semi.
Yeah.
Trek, go now!
And my other favorite thing about this episode is there's a lame hologram joke at the beginning where Trek is like not wanting to be at the meeting. And so he sets up a hologram and a camera. But that
holograms.
The very same device saves the episode at the end.
Yeah.
I always thought that shit was stupid. Whenever a lame thing from the beginning is what saves it in the end. Yeah.
It worked well for me.
That's something.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, I mean, it was entertaining. It did its job.
My complaint is how complicated all the bureaucracy and whose boss it is.
Yeah.
And the Knight Institute
Yeah, because now
There's too many different former bosses, and
Yeah.
then they switched over to this. And
not only
got
do you,
a different guy.
Not only do you have to consider Flag's authority, but now you got to consider Knight Industries and the freaking
this other guy that's their old boss,
Yeah.
James Marlin or whoever it was.
Yeah. There's a lot of angles here.
Like I say, I don't remember enough about the original show. So, yeah, all of that stuff just confuses me.
Yeah, so...
Good episode, though.
Yeah, good episode. And the fifth one, which I think is the one we're going to end on, written by Kevin Stevens and Marcus Miller, another dynamic duo. Erica, the blonde lady from Team Knight Rider, joins a group of thieves.
Yes, this is our thing about the undercover infiltration.
So, yeah. And the gang questions her motives. But, spoiler alert, she was working for Team Knight Rider the entire time.
Yeah.
Because
it's the whole thing where you doubt whether or not they're still loyal to who they were working for, if they suffered the Stockholm Syndrome or whatever it was.
Right. Well, it's also the thing of, to me, that's always kind of lame when it has to be in a TV show, because you have to return it to the status quo at the end. Otherwise, there's no continuity.
Which means you know they're going to be trustworthy.
Yeah. So, but anyway, a few things I liked about this. My favorite thing was the grenade launcher that looked like a shotgun. It is clearly a spaz shotgun with a bigger barrel at the end. And yet here they are shooting grenades out of it.
Yeah, good weapons.
Holy crap. The one question that I asked during the episode, I'm pretty sure you did too, was why are they unarmed? Why is Team Knight Rider unarmed?
Yeah, they made a big show of being unarmed.
Do all the arms
We're unarmed.
Do all the arms have to be inside the car body? Is that like a flag regulation type thing? Operation procedure? Whatever?
Yeah.
It's
probably something with flag.
I don't get
where they have to follow stricter things with guns.
But they're above the law. They can't be above their own laws, I guess. And there's also a ridiculous amount of explosions in this episode. And that warms me up.
Yeah, I'm not going to turn explosions away.
No. So, yeah. Now, I did say the final one we're doing for this installment of reviewing Team Knight Rider, we can't go on because this video is already pretty long and we've already only watched like a quarter of the show. So
we don't have to keep saying what the heck the show is.
No.
Like at least we got that out of the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, there has to only be a few of these per installment.
So yeah, I guess look for more in the future. Potentially, maybe.
Oh, it's something for me to be excited about.
So, yeah.
These have been great.
Yeah.
I don't see this slowing down at all in terms of zany, stupid episodes.
There hasn't been a disappointment yet.
Man, this show is awesome.
Yeah, it's been good. It's a shame they couldn't do a second season, but maybe they ended on a high top. So. But yeah, episode 2 of reviews coming whenever.
Look forward to the next.
Yeah.
Several episodes, yeah.
Yeah.